Pythagoras was born in 570 BC in Samos, Greece, and died in Italy in 495 BC. Throughout his life, he accomplished many things with the help of his followers. He had a theory known as the hearth of the universe. This hearth, or fire, provides our galaxy with energy to sustain life. Elements of this theory include 5 planets, a moon, a sun, an earth, and a counter-earth revolving around the hearth.
He's known for the Pythagorean Theorem, which is used in geometry, algebra, trigonometry, calculus, and many more topics. Fun fact! Did you know Pythagoras was made prisoner by the king of Persia and then was taken to Babylon after gaining freedom in 525 BC?
This theorem is used to find the missing side of any right triangle. The equation for the theorem is a squared plus b squared equals c squared.
This theorem is only applicable to right triangles.
The longest side of the triangle, known as the hypotenuse, is located directly across from the right angle. It is always labeled C. The legs, or shorter sides of the triangle, are always labeled A and B, and no matter how big or how small the triangle is, C, the longest side, will always be opposite the right angle. If you know the two sides of a right triangle, you can always figure out the third side using the Pythagorean theorem. In this example, this triangle has sides with lengths 3 and 4. To find the length of the third side, we must use the Pythagorean theorem, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Laura finds a and b and plugs it into the appropriate parts of the equation, and solves a and b to be 16 and 9. She finds the sum of 16 and 9 to be 25 on one side of the equation, and is left with c squared on the other side. After Laura completes all the steps of one side of the equation, before finding c, she must make sure that she square roots both sides. She square roots 25 and finds the answer 5, and is left with c on the other side of the equation. Therefore, c equals 5.
There are also Pythagorean triples, which are sets of 3 integers, a, b, and c, which form the sides of the right-angled triangle. There are examples shown here. Fun fact! Did you know that Pythagoras had a wife and 3 children and was only 75 years old when he died? The theorem can be used for many real-life situations. For example, there is a rope running from the top of a flagpole to hook to the ground. The flagpole is 12 meters high and the hook is 9 meters from its base. But how long is the rope?
Please, watch attentively as Laura solves this problem. As you can see, through the use of the Pythagorean theorem, Laura eventually comes out to an answer of 15 meters. Fun fact! Did you know Pythagoras was actually a leader of a cult and did not actually come up with the Pythagorean theorem on his own? Members of his cult came up with the theorem and gave him credit for it.
The theorem can be used to find any side of the triangle, not just the hypotenuse. Here, Gina is given sides B and C and needs to find A. Watch as she solves the problem. Because she is given B and C, she needs to move around the formula to get A by itself.
Fun fact! Did you know that it's very difficult to write with a finger that was bitten by a goat?
After moving around the formula and plugging in for B and C, she gets a final answer of 5.
Fun fact! Did you know that Pythagoras traveled to many countries around the world, such as Babylonia, Egypt, and India, in pursuit of his mathematical discoveries?
The Pythagorean theorem can be applied to real life. For example, you can use it to find the height of a building.
You can even use the Pythagorean theorem to find out how long you have to run from home plate to first base.
You can use the Pythagorean theorem to find the length of your completely outdated iPod Nano.
And you can even find the length of the cut on your delicious sandwich.
Fun fact! Did you know that besides being a mathematician, he was also a philosopher? Some of his quotes include,
There is geometry in the humming of the strings. There is music in the spacing of the spheres. In conclusion, the Pythagorean theorem has several uses and modern-day applications.
Thank you for your time.
And you demand, Mr. Correa.